for all of the Asian markets, we are definitely seeing that positive handover from Wall Street rub off and reflect in what's going on with the early rates.
The euro area banking sector is resilient with strong capital and liquidity positions.
Mr. K. Krithivasan has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer designate with effect from 16th of March 2023.
I'm hoping to lead this company and double down on our core pillars of customer centricity.
17,122 is where we are at on the Nifty. The Sensex is starting in a pretty solid way as well.
We are a truly vertically integrated biosimilars company, which really makes us very competitive.
We've actually, since COVID, we've seen an explosion.
It's turning out to be a session where we are just about holding at around 17,000 for the Nifty and the Bank Nifty, which is down around 30 odd points.
Well, starting to report on the last hour of trading this week. You're with us here on a fresh new edition of Closing Bell, and we're coming to you from the CNBC-TV18 Motilal Oswal studios. I'm Prashant. With me, my colleagues Reema and Surbhi. Guys, hi.
Hi, what a week,
Good afternoon,
right?
guys. Finally, this week is coming to an end.
Finally. One more hour.
Yeah, one more hour, and then we have something more. Well, you want to catch Editors Roundtable. We'll recap all that has basically happened all this week. And actually starting from the middle of last week when this entire episode started, and just completely, and I don't use it lightly, historic kind of markets we've reported on. Anyway, we've got the market now up a little bit. What, 45, 50 points or so is what we have. Actually, today's session, you can cleanly divide into 2 or 3 phases. I mean, we got a strong start. Then the market kind of sold off till about 12 noon. From 12 noon to 2 p.m., the market was dead, nothing at all. And about 2 p.m. onwards, it started a bit of a uptick once again. Maybe we're already in the sort of 5th or 6th phase, whatever. But the point is, mid-session, nothing happened. A little bit of action picking up, which has been sold into about 60 points there. You know, the ease with which the index is moving 20, 30, 35 points is quite something. IT and metals are doing well. So those are the 2 sectors in focus. And TCS, we'll talk more about that. And we were talking about why, there was no need for any large cuts or anything on the back of the CEO change or the announcement from yesterday. The stock is actually higher. FMCG and autos are under pressure. Some stability coming back to global funding markets as well. I mean, if you look at yields, if you look at the dollar, some signs of stability, both out of the US futures and, of course, out of Europe as well. The markets will continue to watch headlines, and I think they'll continue to do that over the weekend as well. Last weekend was extremely busy. Let's just hope this one is calmer. And I just noticed, this entire thing started from last Wednesday when Silvergate, the bank, basically said that they are shutting down. From the 8th, that is last Wednesday's close, till now, India actually is the worst performing Asian emerging market. I mean, there is nothing which is done worse off. And the change is not large. It's about 4.5% on the Nifty and the Sensex. But other markets have done, some have done much better as compared to the Nifty. 17,057, 17,060 is where we're at. Reema, hi.
Hi, a bit disappointing, right? We had that gap up opening. The Nifty went to levels of 17,150. Global markets were upbeat. Even right now, European markets are currently up close to about 0.7, 0.8%. But the Indian markets couldn't quite hold up that momentum on the way up. And we started sliding through the course of the day. Let's see whether we can manage a bit of a pullback, get back to those levels above 17,100. But from the day's high, the Nifty is still off close to about 90 to 100 odd points. You said next week, hopefully, it's a bit lighter. Remember, we've got the FOMC decision, right?
I don't know, I was just hoping the weekend is light.
The weekend is
at least we can do with the no bank failure, bank run news, at least over the weekend, right? I think traders and commentators like us perhaps deserve that.
Or management changes, right?
Or management changes, you said it.
Yeah.
So I think for what it's worth, we've got a green screen and there's a fair amount of buying. By the way, Reliance Infra is on a stock that we usually talk about. There's a lot of buying on that because of that award that's come in. That was a Delhi High Court order. I think they're getting over 4,000 crores or so. And that's a stock that's moving higher on volumes now. But aside of that, there has been stock picking in the broader market as well. KPIT Tech, Electra Green Tech, these are names that have found buyers as the market overall settled. People went back to stock selection and stock picking. DLF, for instance, has had a very good day today, 4.5% up. So we will cover a lot of these individual stories as we go along. But the headline remains that the market has managed to see some buying from lower levels, which is something that we had almost forgotten. And even banks are holding up pretty well for what it's worth. 17,000, I think 140 thereabouts, 145 was the day's high. We still have an hour to go. So let's see if the bulls can manage to put on a show as we get into the weekend. With that, Rima, let's go through the lineup for the day.
Okay, it's Friday, 2:30 p.m. and this is what's lined up in the next 1 hour. IT stocks like LTI Mindtree signed a surging in trade on the back of fresh upgrades coming in from Morgan Stanley. Complete details from the report on the show.
KPIT surging in trade on news of a tie-up with Honda to power their software-defined mobility roadmap till the year 2030. Key excerpts from our conversation with the management coming up.
Jubilant Pharmova is in focus after the stock surges after the Government of Canada approves a loan for its arm.
And as always, we'll also talk portfolio bets with our alpha manager of the day, Trideep Bhattacharya of Edelweiss AMC. All this and more over the next 60 minutes.
Okay, some news coming in the bottom of the screen. China to cut reserve requirement ratio by 25 basis points.